Sam, good morning. Great to speak
Good
to you.
morning.
Thanks for taking this question.
No problem.
With no further ado, right, during your spell at Bolton, you helped to revolutionise the club through your use of data and big data. And that was long before XG was cool. So what performance metrics did you use at that time that you felt were integral to unearthing that unhidden gem of a player?
Well, I had a very, very great pleasure meeting Billy Bean, who did Moneyball over in the States. I met him personally. He came over and sat with us on the way that he put the metrics together on obviously baseball, which is, I have to say, in all fairness, a lot easier than football, like you mean. But the basis of that and looking at the analysis on players popped up a brand new system on the market called Prozone. Prozone was commonly known as Big Brother in football and still is. It's not, Prozone is no longer in existence, but Prozone gave you all the data on your players and all the data on the opposition. So we went heavy into that on the basis that we are going to find out about our own players, but we're also going to find out about the opposition we play against throughout the Premier League. So where could we expand on that, and how far had Prozone or any other company doing the same data gone into Europe? And that was obviously financially very difficult to continue to go to the board to find the money for that data. So we built up a database on the basis of who we played against, the players that performance was given to us 100%. And of course, abroad, when we're looking at players and scouting players, and also scouting players in our own country, you've got this data available. So we coupled that together with the most important thing of all, the two factors. That's eyes on games, scouts, and data, secure data that's very reliable in terms of consistency. So we married those two together, which obviously brought some great players into Bolton Wanderers. And I think that was really, really good from our point of view in the early days. Pushing on from there, became Y Scout. I think it was that you could actually use Y Scout to watch games played all over Europe. So our scouting department and our analysis department grew by probably 80% in the first 3 years in the Premier League, and they were scouring data throughout of Europe particularly, and then worldwide. So that was our basis of finding the right players. I also predicted at that time, which is very prevalent now, that we should look at obviously API, and algorithms, and that is massive in the game now. When I was at Palace, particularly with American owners, they built an algorithm that complemented the metric, the data, complemented the scouting, and went along with the fact that if we were to convince the American owners to invest money, which we did in January, using the algorithm to give them the understanding, and they understood it, rather than us sending scouting reports. I know this is a long answer, but it was very, very important to me that, you use that data in the correct manner. And there was a massive benefit to the success of me, the staff and the team, obviously first and foremost at Bolton, but again at places like Crystal Palace, using algorithm, and particularly interesting and still growing in that factor. The one thing I have to add, sadly, in the game, the boards and the directors of football are trying to only use algorithms and data rather than scouts. That would be a massive, massive, massive mistake, because the algorithm and the data doesn't give you the bravery of the lad, the commitment of the lad. It doesn't give you the eyesight that you need to find out how he copes with certain situations.
Oh, brilliant, Sam. I appreciate that. I would have about like 15 follow questions to that. So, no, thank you for that comprehensive answer. Really insightful. Excellent. Thank you.
Thank you.